the gills filament, this gill filament in the fish gills are organized. If you see carefully, the fish gills, these filaments, these feather-like things, they are properly organized, right? They are properly organized like this. See, they are properly organized like this, and they have layers in it. They have so many layers in it. Can you see that? Correct. Can you see that they have so many layers in it, but they are properly organized? Okay. Now we call this structure. We call this structure. We call this structure gill arc. So the structure through which all the gill filaments are arranged, properly arranged. So we call this bony structure. This bony structure through which it is arranged, we call it gill's arc. Gill's arc, a curved structure. So if you see carefully in this diagram, if you see carefully in the diagram, there is a bony structure, a bone-like structure, a bone-like structure. This one here. This is called gill's arc. Gill's arc. And this structure is holding all the gills filament together. So all these gills filament, they are properly organized. Okay. All these gills filament, they are properly organized. They are properly present as a proper structure with the help of this gills arc. They are attached to it. They are actually attached to this gills arc. Now, each filament, ये जो सारे filament आपको दिख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, each gills filament, they all have lamella. They all have lamella, disc-like structure. So if this is the filament, they all have disc-like structures like this. Can you see that? They all have disc-like structures. Can you see? They have disc-like structures like this. This is called lamella. And inside these lamellas, capillaries are present, blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels are present in the gills. So basically what you have to keep in mind, basically, that these filament, the gills filament that is present at the side of their head. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in mind, that this gill filament present at the side of their head, this gill filament, it is rich in blood vessels. It is directly connected with the blood vessels. And let me tell you how it works. When the fishes, they open their mouth, water plus oxygen. You know that oxygen is already dissolved in water. You know that oxygen is already dissolved in water. So whenever fishes open their mouth, the water and oxygen goes in their mouth. The water and oxygen goes in their mouth. Then the oxygen gas, it passes through their gills filament. The oxygen gas passes through this gills filament. And then we know that blood vessels are present here. Capillaries are also present here. And inside this blood vessel, your blood is flowing. Your blood is flowing. So all the oxygen gas goes in these blood vessels. All the oxygen gas will mix up in your blood and transported in the entire body of the fish. Okay. That is how the fishes are getting the oxygen. So I'm repeating again, beta. From the beginning, fishes have these feathery structure. There are gills on both sides of the fish, and these feathery structures are called gills filament. We call it gills filament. This gills filament, okay, they are very large and they provide more surface area, large surface area for better absorption of oxygen. For better absorption of oxygen. Now, this entire gill filament is directly connected with the blood vessels, with the pipelines through which your blood is flowing. Okay, it is directly connected with the blood vessels. Okay, your blood is flowing inside the gills filament. So when the fishes, they open their mouth, water and oxygen goes inside the mouth. The oxygen passes through these gills filament. The oxygen will be absorbed in the blood of the fish and transported in their entire body. Now, this is called inhalation. This is how the fishes are inhaling. So when the fishes open their mouth, water plus oxygen goes inside their mouth. Water plus oxygen goes in their mouth, and the gill cover is closed. The gill cover is closed. Now, that is how they are inhaling. They are doing inhalation. Now, after the respiration process, fishes will produce carbon dioxide, right? They also have to produce carbon dioxide. So when the fishes, they have to really release carbon dioxide, they will open their gill cover. They will open their gill cover, and all the carbon dioxide will come out. All the CO2 and water, will come out of the gills. Okay. So I'm repeating again, one more short introduction. When the fishes open their mouth, water and oxygen goes in their mouth. When the gills is closed, the gill cover is closed. Now the oxygen will be absorbed in the gills by the blood and transported in their entire body. Now, after the respiration, the fishes produce carbon dioxide. So, when they have to take out carbon dioxide, their gill cover will open. Basically, the gills of the fish will open, and CO2 and water will come out from the gills. CO2 and water will come out. So, that's how they're exhaling. So, inhalation and exhalation also happens in the fish like this. All right, everybody. Now, keeping that in mind, are you all ready for the next question? And let me tell you, fishes are actually breathing with the oxygen that is present and dissolved in the water. The oxygen is already dissolved in the water. That is what the fish is breathing. So, keeping that in mind, let's solve this question. The fish breathe with the help of the gills, which is richly supplied with blood vessels. How the gills help the fish? How the gills helping the fish? Take in the oxygen from the air, taking the oxygen dissolved in the water, absorbing nutrients, reducing waste substance. Go on, everybody. This question is for the lottery coins. Select answer. I want each and every one of you to participate in this one. Okay, go on. Great job. Keep on participating, everybody. I want each and every one of you to answer the question. Chalo, I've started the timer. Go on, kids. 10 seconds left. I want each and every one of you to participate here. You have to be quick. Okay? And stay here in the class because I have to distribute 2 sets of Foda coins for you. Lottery coins also, and also one more set of coin I will reveal. Okay? So stay here before and collect your reward. But first of all, the fishes are breathing with the help of their gills, which is richly supplied by blood vessels.
In which of the following animals exoskeleton is formed? Scales, cockroaches, fishes, or none of the above. So I think it is B. What is true about frog? It is an amphibian, moves on land with legs, swim in water with a webbed feet. All of the above. Mucus is from informing moist skin. I don't know. Frog breathe through moist skin in water and lungs on. What adaptation is enable frogs to live both on land and in water? They have gills that help them to breathe in the water. They have their skin, when kept moist, can take in oxygen dissolved in water. They have lungs that help them to breathe when they are on land or D. Game of yes. Okay. So I have got all of the right. Thank you for watching the video. Okay, then bye bye. This is Oda class. You can see it. And now I will obey. ये मत देखो यार, ये मत देखो.